Hello everyone, I'll get rid of this. I'm going to be, on short notice, casting the Noisick vs. Barles set because I noticed that no one else was right now, and I thought I would. I don't know if they already completed a match or not or something, so we're going to hop into it in just a moment when I make sure that my stream is running properly. Let me just double check to make sure everything's set up properly. But should be. Alright. Yeah, we are live. Just send a test message. Cool. Cool. Let me close that and let's go. Fog of War off. Yeah, we're not using Capture Age. That's something I should get used to at some point. I also didn't set up any special mods, so we still have ones that I have from playing myself. We're going to go a bit faster here. So this is essentially in the losers bracket, one of the matchups, I believe, which is possibly why no one's casting it. Also, there is another bigger tournament happening, the big Wandering Warriors Nomad thing. Anyway, we have Japanese versus Persians on what is essentially a land map. The water on the outside doesn't really matter, that's just forest. We can take a look at our resources a bit. That other board didn't look. This one looks good. This board is sucky. It's lean. These bushes, there are only 3 of them. That's not great either. Gold is fine. Stone is probably a bit lower than usual since this. Normally you'd have a 3 and a 5 tile stone each at 350. Alright, we've got the Drush coming in here. We're gonna fast forward a bit because this series started, I believe, half an hour ago, if I'm not horribly mistaken. So I don't want to miss matches that are too short because I can't spectate them. So we're gonna take a look here. So essentially, we have Persians versus Japanese. We have a Drush coming in. Well, let's also get some additional statistics up on the screen. We want to see this information. We want to see that information. All right. No, we don't want to see this. We want to see this information. 23 villagers, the KD. And we can continue with our Drush here. I'm essentially at this point, that single militia can't do anything. Scout dies to the TC over here. Both players are on the way to feudal. Now it is possible to just wall to the edge despite this because this is the mangrove shallow terrain. I've got a lot of villagers on gold. That signifies archers. And what are we going for here? On archery range as well. Which I suppose from Persians you could see cavalry as well. Alright. We have not caught up to live. But I'll go a bit slower again. Let's go fast when there's no action. The only problem is I don't know what the score is in this set or just how much we've missed. Because we hopped in right in the middle, but so be it. I was actually hoping to watch someone else cast it, but I can cast myself. I could also advertise. Let me quickly just check if I post somewhere. Yeah, let me just watch something. We are still behind. I just want to see if I can advertise here for anyone else who wants to watch it. I don't know if this is like the 3rd match or the first one. Oh well, I'll just keep going. I think we're going to fast forward a bit more as well to keep on top of things. So this is nicely walled here for Barles. And this here is also, well, I mean, like this gold, for example, could be pressured, but there's a second gold further behind. Both players are just booming it out to Castle Age with not much feudal aggression, which makes sense if you see that your opponent is already walled. Alright, crossbows come in, and Noisick is not in Castle Age yet. However, the walls will probably cause enough of a delay that all of these archers can become crossbows as well. And we're going to have a big battle of the archers. Now, in the late game, if it comes to that, which it could, there's not an unusually high amount of gold on this map. The neutral tiles are 1 tile each. Persians, of course, get crossbows that don't cost gold. However, they don't get arbalests. Well, I believe Japanese do, although I'm not 100% sure on that. I think the reason Japanese are used as an archer civ normally is because of the wood discount on building things like lumber camps. For the extra wood savings. Alright, so we're just gonna have a bit of some skirmishing here. Yeah, a fair amount of attempted micro, not bad. Ultimately, though, it's relatively even in the trading. I saw that spot earlier, but of course this gold is safe. And so currently these crossbows aren't a huge issue. Both players can have safe wood at home at the back, so I don't think there's a good way. Without siege, there's no easy way to apply pressure right here. But we have the sieges coming soon. Ah, looks like we are caught up to live gameplay. Perfect. Now I can go actually post on Discord. Give me a second. Noisick versus. Hope there's not anything too exciting happening behind my screen while I look at this. Eh. Alright, so the Siege Workshop is up. Well, okay, that's just a skirmisher that went down here, over here. Alright, so what have we got? We've got 2 TCs here for Noisick. Barles is probably on 3, or is it just Persian Town Centers, the work rate bonus? That's responsible for the villager lead, that's probably it. But one thing I will say is, this game, right now it's evenly enough match where no one has a good opportunity to push in, which could easily lead to a late game situation where gold runs out, because this gold isn't that much. This gold is less than usual. This gold is a bit more than usual, but not that much, and the neutral gold piles are all tiny, as we saw. Which I think at that point I favor Persians. Okay. Ah, that was another big hit. This is not a fight to take up. Although, to be fair, all the blue crossbows did go down. Mangonel did go down. Is there a defensive siege workshop? No, there is not. Oh, there is. There it is. Yeah, okay. This is the typical both players going for archers and siege gameplay. don't know. Persians don't get redemption. Japanese do. So adding in monks can be an option. Looks like the relics are all sort of in the middle of the map, except there's one in that corner. But yeah, monks would be a good answer to mangonels, but for Japanese at least. Or you can always add in, you know, some scouts or knights or something to snipe them. Alright, this one's just chilling, holding the hill. Alright, behind all this, the villager count is even enough because we're now on, well, 2 TCs. Let's check the wood as well. These forests are all normal. Okay, perfect. Mangonel goes down. This one is also likely to go down to the skirmishers. Yeah, it goes down. But we've got another one here. And oh yeah, there's a knight to help snipe siege. As we expected. Villager count is evening up almost completely. I don't know. Chasing mangonels with skirmishers is a bit awkward. Both units, of course, have minimum range, but skirmishers don't do all that much damage to siege. Alright, so we have knights from both players to help snipe the siege. So I think the set started now 40 minutes ago. If we look at our game time, we're 30 minutes in-game time, so that's like 20 minutes real time. So probably this is game number 2, I would guess. We don't know what the score is on the first one. We'll have to grab the rec later, perhaps, once it's available. Alright, alright. Now would be a good time, actually, to consider adding in monks, probably. Alright, so we have 3 TCs, probably 3 TCs here as well. Or is it still 2 TCs, but the Persian bonus is what's... Alright, there's a 3rd TC. Both players put their 3rd TC on stone, so they might both be thinking about a castle. And both players are shifting more into knight production and cavalry upgrades. The gold situation, yeah, this gold pile is empty. Noisick actually building a 2nd mining camp to fully exploit that, but this gold, he's gonna have to expand, secure some more gold somewhere, get the map control. This gold pile is running out rapidly, but there's still the one at the back. Alright, TC is up, but siege is here. Alright, Barles pulling ahead in villager count again. Maybe some deaths, or it's just the extra TC that was added right now. Or maybe Noisick had to idle a bit. Right now this is a bit awkward though. Let's see, what have we got? I heard a monastery being built, but that's here, alright. Barles is thinking about grabbing those relics. This TC is under pressure. That's not going to be a castle from our red player just yet, because he needs a stone for that, but stone is not secure right now. Knights are going to try and clear up some of the skirmishers. Monks are in. The monk is going to get a conversion, but all the mangonels do go down, so I guess this is decent. All things considered. This is not a great situation for the crossbows. They're all going to go down. And Noisick now has basically no military, which is not great. This is Noisick's entire military. He's got more knights coming out. More knights here too. The knights can clear up the skirmishers, but no, that seems to be GG. Yeah. This point, this fight, despite clearing up the mangonels, Noisick here lost the rest of the military. wasn't able to clear up the skirmishers, lost all the crossbows. So that at some point I should start casting with Capture Age actually. Might be interesting. Alright. Well, we can take a look at the stats. Yeah, Barles just got slightly better military trades. It was only one conversion in the end. Overall, it was pretty even situation. Alright, we also pulled ahead in villagers a bit at the end, but it was this loss of military right here that was actually the deciding factor. It's a best of 5, so I expect there should be at least one more match for us to watch. As I said, I don't know the score of the first game, or if there was more than one game already, or rees or something, because I jumped in like half an hour after the sets started officially, I believe. But we're gonna check on AOE2.net and see if I can find another match. So let's see. My stream is up. That's fine. AOE2.net. Alright, come on, refresh a bit faster. Yeah. Alright, looks like we've got another one. So perfect. I didn't jump into the set too late to just see the last game. Alright. Let's close this. Perfect. Poles and Italians on... this will be the big thing. What kind of map do we have? Alright, we have Joan the Maid. We have an arena start. And, oh, goodness, we have, like, a Black Forest arena. Black Forest Fortress. Alright, interesting. So, we can check a couple things. Well, we can fast forward a bit, but we shouldn't be too far ahead. Forage bushes are decent. Deer are decent. Boar, that one's less than usual. Let's grab some of these pigs. Oh, these pigs are skinny pigs. The deer are very nice though. Or yeah, I mean I've been playing some of them when I played recently I also had one of these starts where the food was super low. Just like fish was low, boars were low, the pigs were low, everything was low. It does force you to adapt quite a bit. Alright, what else can we look at? We can look at the gold. Let's take a look. That's less than usual. That's a nice fat pile of gold. There should be a third one somewhere further out. That's the tertiary gold here. And then, yeah, I need to deal with the fact that about neutral resources on maps like this to make sure that it's equal. Because right now there are 4 piles of gold on this side and 1, 2, and 5 on this side. On island maps, it's always equal, but if there's a connection, then I'm using the standard neutral resources spawning, which just scatters them. So this means that here Noisick has 2 neutral piles of gold, 2 neutral clumps, while Barles only has 1. Yeah, that's something I need to address. We have this is the neutral stone. I think each player has one of those. We can also check their normal stone. Plenty of stone. So this is going to be a super campy game. And relic situation, we also have... There seem to be 3 total, and it also looks like... Noisick ended up with 2 of them. So that's something that's on my radar to address. It matters a lot for 1v1s. On team games, it's less of an issue because there'll be more connections, more passages, everything will be more open. But I think I can put in some logic to say, like, if the connecting passage is small or medium and it's a 1v1, then also use the island resources rather than just scattering them everywhere. Anyway, let's talk about the matchup a bit. We have Poles and Italians. Now, Poles can go for... energy regeneration doesn't matter. The Obuk I was thinking about, that could be decent. Against what, though? Winged Hussar for the super late game, yeah. But cheap knights. Now the thing is, this is with the walls like this and so little middle ground to even bother fighting over. What's gonna matter is castle drops and so on. Like the cheap knights could certainly be good. Obuks, you know, maybe an infantry siege push or sort of a monk siege push. Poles do get redemption. Alright, and then Italians might have some advantages as well. Namely, advancing through the ages being cheaper. That can be useful, I would say. Dock, and of course the fishing ships are not relevant. Gunpowder units here for a fast imp are also a potential relevant bonus. And I suppose just decent archers and a good tech tree overall. They get redemption too. So we'll have to see. I expect the way to play this is... Let's just take a look at the Fog of War. A bit of scouting would have revealed to Noisick that there is no connection. But Joan the Maid isn't so fast. She does have good line of sight, though. Now, I think that the play is either to do some sort of a castle drop accompanied by some siege, or castle drop petards or something, and to push through with overwhelming aggression. Or to go for fast imp trebs, take down the opponent's castle, and then just push into the base. Because there is nothing, there is nowhere to fall back to if you get pushed, really. I mean, you can sort of retreat to your corners, but I think if the main base falls, it's probably GG. If not before that. This is funny. But at some point with extra, you know, with maybe Town Watch and Town Patrol, you'll notice that this is not a thing that needs to be walled. If we look at the villager count, Barles is slightly behind, but that's because went up to feudal age faster. We see farms here already from Noisick, despite the fact that there's still pigs, that there's still some deer here. If we take a look over here, we've got the full work on the berries. And there's also still a deer which is being pushed. So I think Barles is doing a better job of using all the available natural resources before farming. And we see lots of villagers here on stone. There is also... Stone miners generate gold, exactly, that's the bonus I was looking at. So this is earning Barles here gold as well, which means that he doesn't need to be mining gold at all right now. So he's collecting gold despite not having villagers on gold, so this is going to be enough stone for a castle, plus a bit of gold to do some other stuff with. And Noisick is just behind here. These are the two buildings for Castle Age. But he's only one villager ahead in terms of villager count, but it's going to be... He's going to have a castle sitting right here before he can do anything about it. Let's take another look. So what's this? This was just some walling. Alright, alright. So Noisick's going to notice. Let's check also Barles has realized... I mean, probably realized that there's nothing there. You can just click your scout through, and if he doesn't go through, you know it's closed. So both players know what they're up against. Alright, we have Loom queued up. We have these villagers, they're going forward to drop the castle. There are a lot of... there aren't many good spots for a castle, to be honest. Maybe you can fit one right there. That would be the spot to put it. Or even further over there, but I think this... Ooh, okay, right up against the walls. It works, though. Joan the Maid coming just to make sure it goes up. And what can Noisick do against this? Nothing currently. Noisick is not on stone, only on gold, is now getting the hunt as before. These wood miners, wood choppers, actually they're not going to be in range of the castle, but they can easily evacuate if they need to. Noisick's getting some panic houses up just to wall behind, adding an extra TC, but on stone. But I think what you need here to stall out this type of push is you need your own castle, and then you need to get to imp faster and trap it down. That's the typical gameplay for Arena, right? And the question is whether Barles can cause enough damage before a counter castle comes up, which is probably yes. Okay, we see a monastery go up to help defend. The Obels, though, with their extra anti-building damage, they're gonna break through here. Let's take a look. And yeah, Barles is gonna do this on 1 TC. The Obels are in. And they could easily break down one of these houses. And actually, Barles has a stone for another castle. Almost, or does now. Maybe he bought some right now. Yeah. And this, the first castle was fine, but at this point, this is why Noisick needed to, buy a defensive castle and get it up here to stall out this push. Because this is rough. There are still places to retreat to, but this is probably going to be GG when the castle goes up. The monks can certainly convert some Obus. They can't convert Joan the Maid because she's a hero. They could also annoy the villagers a bit. But yeah, look at all the stuff that this is going to be arranging. This is rough. What is this? Siege Workshop as well? I mean, Noisick is 5 villagers ahead, but now is not the time to be producing... Yeah, okay, he's not producing extra villagers. This is the time to build something in defense. I think a defensive castle is really the only thing that would stall this push out, but I don't see where it's going to be coming from with these resources. Actually, let's see what Noisick has in terms of resources. Buy. Do they have a market? Yeah. Sell the food. Or buy a castle. Buy a castle, put it right here. Or delete the TC and put a castle in its place. Dumb as that sounds. He's trying to fast imp actually on these resources, but he's gonna be dead. I guess you could get redemption. Fast imp. I disagree with this. I mean, okay, there are the resources for a castle. This very much hinges on a castle being able to stall out the push. And even then, the villager count is now even. So this castle, if it goes up, then Noisick has a chance. An imp with the trebs, that's possible. But it doesn't completely... once the university is down, that will still allow Barles to move around the left here. But this... Alright, this might be... Actually, there is another problem, isn't it? Where was imp being researched? This TC. Okay. Good. Good. Not this TC. That was a wise decision. Alright. Now... Well, Barles is producing petards. That actually is the right play here. Or if the siege workshop had been somewhere more useful, you could make a bunch of rams, which he's also doing, and rush down the castle. You could even rush down with obus. The petards. Let's take a look at the petard situation. Yeah, you need. I don't know how many you need for a castle. At least 6, probably more. They have quite a bit of extra bonus damage versus buildings and versus stone defenses. This is still very tricky for Noisick here, because at this point, the rams are actually in range of the other castles, so he can't rush them down with villagers. What he actually needs behind is siege, which he does have. Alright. Meanwhile, this is pushing around, but I guess there are enough resources to fall back to over here that this can be abandoned for now. Alright, so Imp, we should see Trebs immediately. We do. And Barles is going to have to see probably... Well, he's biding his time. He's going to rush it with petards. Right, and that should work. If the rams go in to soak damage, so the castle doesn't shoot at the petards, and then you just rush in, that will probably be the GG, if that succeeds. I don't know exactly how many you need to destroy a castle. I think, how much HP does it cast? 4,800. Each of these petards might do like 500 damage to a castle. Alright, we're going in. Yeah, it wasn't enough, but with the rams now, the castle could go down, which means no more trebs. Yeah, castle goes down. We have a few scout light cavalry here. We're gonna rush the monks. They might still one conversion, but that deals with all the monks. This is looking very over now. There's still a treb alive actually in here, but not for long. Alright. Okay, so it looks probably... I don't know what the score was, but it looks like this was the final match based on good luck for the next game. So I would guess it's probably a 3-0 in favor of Barles. Unless I was wrong about the start time and we missed even more games at the beginning. I think... Yeah, we might have... There might be more, but I think it was probably a 3-0 in favor of Barles. In any case, Barles will advance here in the loser's bracket to continue to fight on. And I think here just the castle push paid off. The fast imp could have pushed this back, I think, but if it weren't for the petard ram play, or even just I think the rams alone wouldn't have done it because of the mangonel behind. It was really the petards that made the difference here. So nicely done. And we can look at the statistics. Yeah, I mean that was a pretty fast imp. All right, so I'm not gonna have the Rex just yet to look at the first game. Let me see if I can get them quickly. Otherwise, probably the stream will be over and we can watch something else that's going on. Let's see if there are any more matches. All right. So today we have Dark Noob versus Ubetnir is also happening right now. We could just seamlessly shift into that. Let me quickly check. AoE2, but everyone else is casting Wandering Warriors. Right, perfect, perfect. I'll cast Dark Noob versus Ubetnir if I can find it. I'll change the stream title too if we manage to do that. Ubetnir. View profile. All right. Maybe they haven't started yet. Let's check if we can find their lobby. Matches. Let's try lobbies. Let's see if we can find any lobbies. Hyper. Ooh. All right. Let's. There was some sort of fancy new casting app that some of the other streamers were using. Maybe I should figure out what that is to see games available more easily. Oh yeah, we have a bunch of games happening. All right. I just need to. All right, we can update the stream title. I'll work on that while we wait a moment. Hopefully we can actually find this match when it's actually happening right now. All right, stream title's updated. Now we just need to find ourselves a game. All right. Let's see. Lobbies, matches, ongoing matches. Hype. Not seeing it just yet. All right, let's check in game, see if I find anything in here. Refresh. See if I find their lobby. Amazing that this game just hasn't been able to get the lobby thing to properly show everything. All right, we'll have to wait a moment. We'll see what we can do. Nope. All right. I'll put over. I can put over the overlay for a moment, probably. And we'll see if we can find it. If anyone finds any links to the lobbies, do send them to me. 1 to 78. I think they're just not playing just yet. All right, and thanks for following. It is appreciated. And yeah, it's been fun to host this. We could actually put on some music while we wait. Yeah, let's do that. Where's my streaming playlist? Streaming playlist. What are we gonna do? There we go. Age of Empires 1 soundtrack, because I know that that one doesn't get strikes on the VOD. That. Yeah. Alright, guys, let's find this. See if we can find this lobby. Refresh this again. I mean, according to Wikipedia, it should be happening right now. The page just got updated. Refresh. Alright. Alright, yeah, the Noisick Barles was 3-0. If I can find the rec for that, that would be the other option to watch that. Let's see again. No, there are a couple people, just casuals, playing on HyperRandom right now. Let's check the lobby list again. Alright, let me check AoE Zone to make sure they actually scheduled for right now. We can also let's get ourselves a nice overlay. There we go. And maybe we'll pick a different track. What do we want to listen to? The Last Cons? Or some Empire Earth music again? Let's do some Empire Earth music. Alright, now. Where are you, match? GMT +1, that is right now. There is also in an hour, there's the Margugu versus Madre in the losers bracket as well. Games, yes, right, okay, they probably haven't posted it yet. Scheduling. Recorded games on AV2.rec. Let's click on that. Alright, let's take a look at AoE2 Rex. Maybe that help. Alright. Nice tournaments. Master of HyperRandom. Let's go. AoE2.rex. This might help. ICM Demon Law 1990 Sniper. A round of 30. Or what round are we? We're in round of. What does this count as technically? We're looking at. It's the losers round. In round of 16, I guess. Moderator approved stock now. Let's check this here. Miguel, Betnier, Noisick. Losers round. Alright. Ah. Okay, so I can get the rec for the first Barles vs. Noisick game. We might do that. I'm just going to do one more check for Betnier and his opponent. Dark Noob. We'll see. We'll do one more check to see if I can find them. If not, then they don't have a lobby up. Let's check Betnier's profile. Nah. .44 noob, no AI. No, we don't want that. That's a lobby. Lobbies. Match is ongoing. Alright, I think we're gonna go back to Noisick vs. Barles and cast game 5. So let's do this. Actually, we can keep the music going for a bit more until I get that set up. Alright, we got some Rex for ourselves. Game 1. That'll do. And then we need to find ourselves... Alright, give me a second while I work on all this. I'm gonna have to minimize, I have to get them into my recorded games folder. No, we don't want to play ranked. Return to main menu. Open save games folder. We want to look at replays. I'll plop that one in there. Perfect. Okay, we should be set up. So let me just change the stream title again. It was... Let me just see if I can copy it from somewhere again. Since Dark Noob and Betnier aren't playing or I can't find it. I'll do that again. Alright, stream title should be updated. Music is too exciting, so the music can go away. Overlay can go away. Spectator dashboard can stay minimized. Alright. Load game. Let's see if this works. Come on. Replays. Date. No. That's the one I want. Aztecs versus Poles. Now, spoilers, but no spoilers. I know how this game's going to go, but I'm not going to say it. If you've been watching the stream from the beginning, you already know how this game will go. But we didn't watch it because we stopped in. We joined in late. So let's see. What do we have? We're starting with a Coliseum, and our scouting unit is chilling somewhere. Fog of War, please. Our scouting unit appears to be a horse, a gray horse. And there's some shallows, but essentially we're looking at some sort of rivers map. There's water on the outside with some shorefish that could be worth milling. There's this passage here. If that's wall, then there is still the option to transport somewhere, but that passage, controlling that will be important. This Coliseum has no purpose. That thing do something? It doesn't. It doesn't. I wanted to show off all the buildings that are in the game. So if you lose it, you don't lose. It has a lot of hit points, probably a decent line of sight. Yeah, an acceptable line of sight, and you can use it as part of your walls if you want. Alright, and Poles versus Aztecs. We could be seeing some sort of infantry battle. The question is with whether players will notice that the middle there is the only passage through. Let's see that. Rhino is fat. That rhino is fat. Stone is not so good. The gold is excellent. And then it looks like Noisick has a lot of forward resources. The rest of the gold is forward. On the other hand, that doesn't matter. One back gold with this much gold in it is enough to sustain you. And let's take a look over here. Barles has sort of side resources, nothing that's super forward. Wow, the stone here is forward. Alright, let's keep an eye on this passage here and see when players decide to... Alright, so it looks like Noisick will be the first to realize what this map is, although now Barles is realizing it too. Barles is slightly ahead on the villager count, but only very marginally. A few seconds ahead, that doesn't matter. Grand scheme of things, both players scouting each other. You see our full work on the shorefish. I agree with that decision. And we see Barles is on the way. Now, Barles has gone for walls here. Really extensive walls. Unnecessarily extensive walls, when Noisick has done the correct thing. The only advantage of this is if you get landed, which is intimately possible, you'll still be safe. So, I believe Barles will actually have full walled this entire area. Now if we check over here, Noisick docked. There don't seem to be deep fish, or at least not here. So shorefish, fishing ships don't gather from shorefish very quickly. There is a snapper in the corner there, and probably one over here too. And a dorado. The dorado is hardly worth getting. There's one fish in that corner. However, I'm noticing some military got through. So there must be like a tiny strip. This is unfortunate. That's really unfortunate for Noisick, who doesn't even have loom at this point. Thought he was safe, was going to go for water, and this isn't walled. That's really sad. Now the horses are blocking. Both horses actually trying to block. But oh, that's really unfortunate, because this was such an easy wall off compared to this. And now it's not paying off because there's a tiny strip of shallows there. Whenever you wall something like this, always try to click your villager through, just to double check that hills or shallows or something haven't screwed you over. Then again, this is only a spearman raid with one archer, so villagers can just fight it off, and Polish villagers do regenerate HP. Slowly in Feudal Age, but that bonus might actually come into play here. Now this could have been quite nice for Noisick, but the fact that there was this hole there really messes things up. Let's see, we have a tower going up, defensive tower. Oh, that's gonna... Let's just take a look at the entire villager HP around here. This is real messy now. You don't want to have to be towering your own wood line on a map like this. I mean, it will do the trick, but This is very rough. What you actually want to do is send a villager... Okay, that works too. Plug the hole. Okay, skirmishers are the right answer to this, of course. And the fire galley will now actually prevent anyone from crossing, but... This was not what Noisick wanted. Oh, that tower is going to get denied even. Are the berries... they're worth towering, potentially. This gold is safe. He should know about it, yeah. Alright. The advantage with poles here. Alright. Barles is just losing archers to the fire galley. The advantage that poles do have here is they can mine the stone to get gold, which gives you enough stone to tower all your resources, while also giving you enough gold to eventually get to Castle Age and or research things at the blacksmith. So we did see an eagle coming forward. I don't know if the eagle made it. I think the eagle might have gone down as well. I don't see a dead eagle here though, so maybe not. There's an eagle just standing here, checking for landings, I suppose. The villager's gonna go dock. The villager's gonna get attacked by the lion. I mean, with Loom, the villager is fine, especially with an eagle scout to support. But yeah, makes sense to deal with your opponent's fish, even if it isn't that many. Noisick still should send a villager there, just plug this hole completely. Problem behind this is that Barles is on the way to Castle Age. And let's check his resources. Not going for stone. But still has these nice defensive home walls. Well, except for here where it's open. But everywhere else. So it's safe from landings. Close the hole. Although, actually at this point, you probably, what Barles needs to do at this point is stonewall this. Because you don't want crossbows or eagle warriors running through here in Castle Age. This is not a threat, really. This, on the other hand, is going to take out the fish. Alright. Let's see. Noisick is on the way to Castle Age as well. Noticeably later, though, and this fire galley isn't going to be able to hold the position here any longer. And now the window for sending villagers to Stonewall it is also closed. Maybe it would have been too risky, actually, with all of these archers to try to send villagers forward. But it's just this hole needs to be dealt with. On the other end here, the Colosseum nicely being used as part of a wall. This is walled. This is towered. All the important resources... Oh, the stone ran out. All the important resources are towered, I was going to say, but might be time to get that gold. Especially because this gold, as we noticed at the beginning, Noisick has 2 piles of forward gold. This stone is a bit out of his walls. These neutral resources are reachable, but... Should we see what those villagers are up to? I kind of think we should. There's gonna be some losses down here on the wood line. Or at least some idle time. Maybe no villagers go down until the eagles break through. Alright, now Barles controls the crossing. These villagers are hunting for stone, are they not? I mean, the gold, he sees the gold, so he's hunting for stone. Or for a safe lumber camp. There is stone there, it's unfortunate, he didn't see it. This is why I like to do auto scout at some point, once I've found all the important things. This town center will go up, but this isn't pretty here, the situation. It will secure the stone, I guess, which is what Noisick's pull strategy was relying on. Which is getting enough stone for a castle, actually. We see forward monastery. Ooh, this villager is looking to build more things. Alright, looks like this was just going to be a lumber camp in the end. It does, of course, mean that there's some wood here that won't be pressured unless Barles searches far enough out. Well, this is a bit of an awkward castle, but I guess it's the safest. It's in the range of the tower, and that was necessary to get it up. But in this depression is not great. The eagles here can't do much because of all the towers. I mean, this is actually a situation when you have 3 towers, you could get guard tower once you have a university. Let's see. Aztecs aren't the greatest on water. Neither though are Poles, I assume. Yeah, it's... doesn't matter though. This is not really about water at this point. If this goes up without any villagers dying... Okay, one goes down. This is rough. What Noisick actually would have wanted is town center there, but he didn't scout that far ahead. Castle is up, which will not... Well, it will secure this side of the base, but this is where the pressure is now. And this stone TC... It's on a hill, at least. The question is it, you know, it's tempting to say, oh, this is over, but on the other hand, the villager count is even. Barles has much more military, though. Obus will do well against eagles. They probably have an attack bonus versus them, as most unique infantry units do. And they'll also do fine against siege. They won't do so well against monks. Alright, but that was pretty good down here, clearing all that up. This TC is still in trouble, though. There is enough stone to drop another castle. The problem is that Noisick doesn't have the military to support his villagers in dropping a castle. Where's the castle gonna go? He may be behind the TC, but he needs the stone, really, and he didn't find that one. Or did he find this one here? He does know about that stone. I guess the players don't really know what the Colosseum is for, so... So Barles is gonna try and take it out, or just to have an angle to push in, but maybe hoping that that will cause a defeat. It actually doesn't. It's possible I could put a guard state on like these buildings to make it so that you can, in map scripting, you can choose one object. You can set it for a king. You can set it for some other object, and then losing that, all of those objects will result in defeat. So that is something I could implement, but that's not currently the case. It looks like Noisick is worried, though. He's actually going to repair the Colosseum. It still crumbles, but that does not lead to defeat. Maybe that's something I should do. Maybe that's something I should do to make it so that if you start with a special, you know, like a cathedral or some sort of fancy thing, losing it causes, because it does, the score drops, yeah, because this building was worth a lot. But maybe I should do it so that actually you have to defend it. That's a good suggestion. This is still very much... I mean, okay, Barles is now ahead on villager count somewhat too. Castle... Well, the villagers are all blocking the foundation. That might come in clutch, but behind this, Barles has had a completely free time to boom here. is now getting a forward castle on this gold. And that's actually the relevant thing. Both of those gold piles denied. And stealing a relic here. Is he going to get that relic? No. Probably not. But he's going for Imp, and Trebs are going to seal the deal. If Imp isn't already enough to seal the deal alone. The stone TC is going down. The Oboes aren't enough to deal with that military. Alright, so that was the game 1 that we missed before. I think seeing this, my takeaway is that I should do something with, like, if you start with a Colosseum or some other building like that to make it, I don't know, generate resources or something, or make it even that, or make it that you have to defend it to lose, to win. Or give it pop space or something fun. I think that would be cool. Yeah. The thing here is that Noisick's wall failed. Otherwise, he would have been at an excellent position having invested far less in walling, but because of that hole, that was problematic. Now, at this point, we've casted that entire series. Let me take another peek at AOE2.net to see if we can find the Darknir versus Ubetnir game. If we cannot, then... Well, then we could chill. Oh no, they're going. 8 minutes ago. Perfect. Alright. We're on. So, Dark Noob versus